The first man in space, Yuri Gagarin, would have turned 75 today. Before reaching orbit, he had to undergo intense selection from the best Soviet test pilots under extreme conditions. For him, the world was not enough. RT looks back at the life of the first space superstar.
This news sped around the world. In the Soviet Union, people flooded onto the streets. At that point, there was hardly anyone on the planet who didn't know the name of the first man to fly to the stars, Yuri Gagarin. Yuri Gagarin was born in 1934 in a Russian village in the Smolensk region. He graduated the Flying Academy and in 1959, in strict secrecy, was recruited into the space program.
Я обыкновенный русский человек. Таких у нас в Союзе очень много. Такой же, как десятки и сотни тысяч советских юношей и девушек.
Out of the first 20 cosmonauts, the choice fell on Yuri Gagarin and German Titov. Everything was taken into consideration, even their looks. Pavel Popovich was among those first 20 star troopers.
Yuri had an amazing smile. One couldn't help but laugh with him.
It was a smile that charmed the world from the front pages when on the 12th of April in 1961, Gagarin was the first man to reach space. Gagarin quickly became a household name. Everywhere he went, people lined the streets to cheer him.
We were afraid for him. At 27, he was world famous, at one table with the movers and shakers of this world. You know, as they say, power or fame is the toughest test for a man, and he passed it.
When he was in London, Gagarin was invited to lunch with Queen Elizabeth. There were about a dozen different pieces of silverware on the table. Gagarin admitted to the Queen he had no idea which one was for which dish. The Queen saved the day. I don't always remember all this boring etiquette either, she said.
We all love pranks. Gagarin was a natural-born prankster. I remember one time our friend got a new car. All of us were neighbours, and in the morning we all met for exercises. He was so happy with his new car, so Gagarin talked us into hiding it at night. Several of us simply carried it to a garage and locked it there. That cut some splash in the morning, but no one ever held hard feelings against him.
In a way, Gagarin became a hostage of the star race between the two superpowers. He was a symbol of Soviet might, and that symbol could not be put at risk.
For any pilot, it's a tragedy when he's banned from flying, even if it's due to health problems. And he was 100% healthy and desperate to fly, but they didn't let him, and he kept asking.
Gagarin was killed in an air crash on the 20th of July in 1969. It was his first flight in 8 years. It is still not clear what caused the catastrophe. A bit more than a year after his death, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin left one of Gagarin's medals on the moon as a tribute to the world's first man in space.
He was a legend in his lifetime. Gagarin might have spent only 1 hour and 48 minutes in space, but that showed mankind a way to infinity and beyond.
Мы летаем в космос, но это начало. Вас ждут планеты и неизвестные миры.